Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Pinball FX2. Last time we did Marvel Thor, and that was surprisingly good pinball table. Today we're doing a license table for Epic Quest, which is interesting in the fact that it is the third kind of night fantasy game table that they've made, and they haven't really repeated themselves on much of any of the other themes. There's also been Excalibur, which I liked quite a bit, and their own license for their own game that's Zen made called Castle Storm, which is also kind of night themed. So how different will Epic Quest really be, and how many different tables can they make in that same general genre? In the real world, pinball tables there's been a lot of them. There's been Black Knight, there's been Excalibur, that's at least 2 real world ones. I bet there's been maybe 5 or 6 other real world pinball tables that were thematically about knights and all that. Start the Princess Multi-Ball in Epic Quest is one of the achievements, and defeat all 12 monsters and fire-breathing boss. Interesting. That is, just on the face of it, an interesting idea. Maybe I should go check out Epic Quest and see, is it a cell phone game or is it on Steam? That's an interesting thought, because Epic Quest sounds like a cell phone game, but it may have come out before then. There is a flipper far in the top left corner there we can see for a attempt to divert or to lock the ball into the grain mill, it looks like, and shooting the grain mill gives the skill shot. Wow. Alright, so the launcher goes up that way, I think. You've got there's a rather large number of enemies there. What is that? 8, 10, 12 enemies, it looks like, to defeat. So 12 enemies instead of 6 missions is something I wish more of the Zen tables have done. There's interesting lights on that ramp. Plant. The camera's not moving quite in the direction I'd like it to show me, though. I'd like to see the exact center of the table for a second here. How many ramps are here? 2? 3? Maybe 4? Doesn't seem like too many. It's definitely a different artistic style. There's this spinner for the princess reward. That's an interesting thing to do.
Look at all that treasure just waiting to be wrested from the cold clutches of evil.
Looks like there's an XP bar at the below the gutter. I don't know what that's gonna do. Okay, so the skill shot.
I see a swarm of skeletons sauntering slowly. Shield and sword, a classic combo.
There we go. Get it.
Come on! I want to fight!
Let's see. What did that accomplish by doing that? Seems like I'm supposed to hit up the center lane.
Your blindness doesn't scare me.
But the background is spinning on the side there, the left, and that is incredibly distracting to have the entire background spin like that. Also, I'm not a huge fan of the way the camera is reacting here. It seems like sometimes 4 just does something completely different than what it does before. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to do something like that. Giant rat. This is interesting. Am I doing something?
Let's see what treasure you got in your evil clutches, vile beast.
So let's hit the flashing ramps if we can. Looks like time slowed down maybe there.
Shoot the sword ramp or the smash target to attack.
So there's a sword and a shield ramp. Interesting. Did I succeed? How could I have succeeded on that? I didn't think I did anything right there. Wow, that's nice.
The lock is lit, dear Max.
I don't even think I hit the right things and still somehow succeeded on that fight. Which is a good thing considering there's 12 enemies to
yes,
fight.
This will do.
Common sword, summer heat. Let's do summer heat. And then open the gate and jackpot. Nice. Missed the skill shot there. I can enter the forest by hitting the pop-up bumpers. So I can make the normal complaints that the playfield in the lower playfield is kind of empty. There's a lot of just short shots here that you could have extended the ramps, made them a little bit easier to make. But I'm kind of liking this table otherwise. I think maybe one extra ramp or two. I started another fight. Seems like it's pretty easy to start missions.
Will soon be mine.
It has the right variety of missions, unless it turns out that I end up fighting the giant rat the first time every time. And if that is the case, then that would be a little bit boring. Or if it becomes that you have to start different fights in different ways, which might be the case, and if that's the instance, there may be certain shots that start certain battles that are way more difficult. It's shooting the ball back down the center lane. I do not like that.
Piece of cake.
But see, I just won. Again. And I'm getting XP on that XP bar.
Don't you want to meet me, brave man?
Wow, it seems like you lock a ball in that princess thing every time too. So if I could get really good at getting that shot done and getting into that princess spinner, I mean seriously, like I'm unlocking several additional things.
Elemental scroll. Gotta get it all.
That did something different than what I was expecting, but okay.
Sorry, evil. I'm back. Skeletons, on guard.
A little too many turtle shell or dodge strike. I'll take dodge strike, I guess. Or equipping the character. This is an idea that we haven't seen really done in other tables. Smash. See, and this really makes me want to go at least check out what Epic Quest is. Because if it is a decently funny, interesting turn of of this very
You don't stand
common
a chance,
genre,
foul monster.
that would be cool. Because there aren't too many good versions of games like this. There's a lot of people that try and fail to make a good game, and it is kind of almost, we don't have any super unique ideas. And then I don't have that scroll apparently. Like you have things like The Witcher that are in the fantasy world, but they're such their own unique thing that they would
I think I deserve this.
as far as they wouldn't feel anything like any of the others. So not an incredibly high score there to start with, but I'm interested in playing more. So let's look at the table first though. Prologue. Welcome, undefeated champion. We don't need to read all this. How do you even scroll down? You have to use the D-pad to scroll down. Turn to the next page. See, this is where the Marvel could have really helped too. If they were gonna sit here and just explain everything, why not do something like that? Why that they couldn't fit that on one page without scrolling down, I don't know. But whatever. First one is Crossroads. Look at the map, turn to page 2, turn to 3. Oh, this is like a choose your own adventure story. The first location is the Haunted Mill, which then all that. So the first hole is the giant rat, the ghost, the skeleton, and the vampire. And the second place to visit is the forest. Hit the bumper 15 times and to encounter the loot hole. You can select your opponent with the flippers when it's activated. Nice. The encounter monsters. This is way too much dialogue here. Fights basics. After encountering a monster, you have to deplete the health points with slashes to the weapon of your hand. To swing a sword, the axe, mace, or whatever. Hit the right ramp. Or switch between the left ramp or the orbit. I don't know. Hit the right ramp and the smash button. Fights. Also hit the shield sometimes. Also hit those things sometimes. If you want to use magic, hit that. And then when you hit that, you can get certain spells and elemental effects. You can cast a spell. Interesting. Level up. When you level up, you can start multi-ball princess or find an epic item. And the bats know better, whatever. Epic items. Princess multi-ball. Skeletal swarms. That's a lot of stuff to hit for the bat frenzy and the skeletal swarms. Travel. Skill shot. Operators menu. They don't even talk about the operators menu in most of them. Wizards mode, you win a monster trophy after defeating each monster. Visit all 3 locations and beat the 12 monsters. Select the final battle mode in the loot hole. During this fight, you better rely on your magic skills rather than your weapons because the penalties has physical resistance. Thus, it's difficult to harden with any kind of steel. If you manage to beat him, congratulations. Your reward will be an epic item as a souvenir from your unforgettable adventure. Now return to the game and have fun. Okay, that's a lot of information written in a very odd way. I get the joke, but they failed to be really informative. And I would have preferred them just to cut to the chase. Remember, pinball is all about, you put your 50 cents in and you play. No instructions really necessary. Just keep the ball in play and keep things going.
Bad country. Let's stop here.
So first thing first, we go this way. And we get a creature to fight.
Let's see what treasure you've got in your evil clutches, vile beast.
I had a kickback immediately. That was quite nice.
Shoot the sword ramp or the smash target to attack. Give up?
Darn it.
Aha! I have not yet begun to loot.
That wasn't that good. Still trying to get that. I guess it would be relatively easy to start a mission if I, at the very beginning.
Sorry, evil. I'm back. I see a swarm of skeletons sauntering slowly.
We're hitting bats everywhere. Doing the bat frenzy. We started the bat frenzy with doing very little. I really dislike that launcher. And I really dislike this camera mode. The way it's zooming in and zooming out. Back and forth, back and forth. Why is it doing that? Misspelled, apparently. Don't have a fire scroll.
Make haste! Level up! Hey, that felt pretty good.
You look dashing.
So metal cage or moderate harm. I'll take metal cage.
Bad luck.
Getting to choose
That
the
won't hold
armor
my
is
progress
nice.
for long.
Darn it. I'm gonna have to get much better at reacting there. And see, the weird thing about that platform is it is sloped towards the gutter. It's like everything else is sloped. It just doesn't look that way. It has to be sloped that way though, otherwise the ball would roll towards the back. Are we in a fight right now, or?
Not to worry. This defeat is only temporary. I think I deserve this.
This feels like one of these tables where it's kind of easy to
All
lose,
that
though. And
treasure
that's gonna
just waiting
start
to be
creating
wrested
them.
from the cold clutches
We have
of evil.
seen that before. A table we really like, but you just lose, and that's one of the most difficult ones to identify as being a problem. Is when you just realize, oh no, I played 20 games in the past.
I see a
20
swarm
minutes,
of
and-
skeletons
well, that's an
sauntering slowly.
exaggeration, but 20 games in an hour has happened. That's better. I'm seeing if I can maybe change the way it returns the ball. It's asking me which one I'm gonna fight. Ogre soldier, I guess. Org soldier.
You don't stand a chance, foul monster.
Obviously, I don't stand a chance.
Shoot the flashing lane.
See, trying to get that skill shot. Missing it every time. Skilled rat. So now we're taking on a skilled rat.
Let's see what treasure you've got in your evil clutches, vile beast.
And see, your health and their health is depicted right next to the plungers, which is nice. If you are going to put an indicator there.
Shoot the sword ramp or the smash target to attack. luck.
Darn it,
That won't halt my progress for long. Sorry, Evil. I'm back.
So, yeah, I really like this table. I kind of feel like I want to change next time I get an opportunity to change the camera angle. But I also think I'm going to end up hating
Don't
this
you want to
table.
meet me, brave knight?
Not particularly, well, not really hating, but just in general, not really playing it very much because of how easy it is to just lose a ball. The angles here are in the wrong place. It's what I've seen in a lot of the Zen tables. They just didn't have somebody quality assure these shots so that the ball wouldn't bounce down into the gutter, giving you little chance to even succeed. We'll try Bully Bandit here. There's a lot of different fights we
And
can
how many
pick,
gold pieces do you
but
have?
the missions aren't really any different. So I think the compromise they've had to make here is instead of having 6 missions where the missions would do something very unique and interesting, it is more and more become, it's just, we're not going to do anything interesting, but we'll do the same thing 12 times over.
Not to worry. This defeat is only temporary. I think I deserve this.
And we're definitely seeing that in the score,
I am
and
Max,
let's
fighting
try
for justice,
5.
peace,
Maybe 5 will work.
valuable antique rarities.
We've been playing for 22 minutes though, and I'm already kind of done with this table. Just because I know
Elemental scroll.
I'm not going
Gotta
to
get 'em all.
get that far with it. There's a lot of stuff going on here, but it's mostly just a lot of the same. And then we have to ask ourselves, is that what Epic Quest is all about too? Do you fight the same character over and over again and grind? That has
I see
been
a swarm of
pretty
skeletons
common
sauntering
amongst
slowly.
these style games.
Give up? Haha! I am not yet begun to loot.
If
Shoot
that
the
one
flashing
thing
rain.
just didn't shoot things downward. Smash.
Bad country. Let's stop here.
Smash again. This is probably the one table that they could fix the
Come
easiest.
on! I want to
If they
fight.
just I subscribe to what my mentality of a good pinball table is. And it feels so odd because it is kind of like almost we're getting down to a subjective argument here of my opinion of what a good table may just be different from what Zen's opinion is, which
You don't
could
stand
always
a
be the
chance,
case, and
foul
certainly the PR reps of video game companies have been known to
Bad
give you
luck.
lines of
That
BS
won't halt my progress
like
for long.
that, but it does really feel like Zen very consistently knew what they wanted to do and they did it. And I just don't like what they did. So, well, stepping back from that, do I say, well, if they like it like that, they certainly did it like that? That wouldn't make me much of a critic, would it? Like, if they like this table as it is, where it's really easy for the ball to get drained and this target shoots it far and fast down towards the gutter, then I guess they accomplished their goal. But I have to criticize it from my perspective, from my knowledge and my experience of playing real-world pinball tables. And if I was playing a real-world pinball table, I'd be saying practically the same things. That this is a very interesting concept for a table. It's a decent license for a table. It's got me interested in finding out what Epic Quest is. It's not making like really annoying,
Let's see what treasure you got in your evil
saying
clutches,
really
vile
annoying
beast.
phrases. It's doing a pretty good job. I would just tweak it a little bit to make sure the ball stays in play. And when we played Thor,
Your treasures will soon be mine.
Marvel's Thor, that table was so easy, just shockingly easy compared to every single other table we played.
I'm invincible.
It was really, really easy to keep it, keep the fights going on, keep the ball in play. It was kind of difficult to finish some of them. Another helmet or the room. Let's see. Let's go with this one. That one looks nice. What these epic pieces of quest do, I don't know. And every time we do one of those and get an epic piece of loot, it seems like that gives us another lane that's there to help.
Sorry, evil. I'm back.
I'm still not exactly certain what the XP is for. Let's see, Bully Bandit. We'll take Major Wolf this time. I don't think we've done that one before.
And how many
The
gold
music
pieces
changes
do
a
you
little
have?
too much here, and it's still very silly to have music playing. And that plant ate the ball. I didn't think it was ever going to do anything.
Shoot the sword run or the smash target to attack.
I need health. It's doing damage to me.
Not to worry. This
Oh.
defeat is only temporary. I
Let's see, I got up to 2 million that time. Let's see, it's been barely maybe
just
40
waiting to be
minutes.
wrested from the cold clutches of evil.
There's a weird thing about the plunger too, where it just kind of, when you try to go backwards on it and lower the tension, it doesn't work half the time. Which, if it was a real
Elemental
plunger, that
scroll.
would work
Gotta
always.
get it all.
Awakened Vampire. So even though these are just doing the same thing over and over again, oops, it might pop filter. They're
Your ill-gotten loot will soon be mine.
they're keeping it spiced up. Wouldn't it be weird if I go check out Epic Quest and it turns out it doesn't have half
Shoot
of
the
these
sword run
enemies?
or the smash target to
They
attack.
just made it up. That would be weird. I don't.
Piece of cake.
It would also be weird if it turned out this wasn't actually a licensed product. Then why is the art style so different?
Yes, this will do.
Simple cap or
The lock is lit, dear Max.
run a place around. We'll take that one. Trying to lock the ball. Another fight versus a ghost.
You don't stand a chance, foul monster.
Now, do you not recover your health between fights? Is that a possibility?
Parried! Shoot the sword ramp for counterattack! Get up! No, then I get all your stuff! Bad luck. But that won't halt my progress for long! Shoot
Seems
the
like
flashing
camera angle
rays!
5 is working better for me.
Don't you want to meet me, brave knight?
It seems so strange that the camera angle 4 works on some tables and then does something completely different on the others. You'd think it would be a consistent thing you could set between each table and I wouldn't have to set it each time. Let's try this one. There we go. The game that this most reminds me of is King's Quest, which they've got a new King's Quest game that is about to, they released it episodically, it's about to release the final one, so I may get to playing it now that the whole thing's done. I've decided not to buy too many games episodically when they're brand new, because you just never know. Plus, it sucks even if you're certain they're gonna release all the pieces of the episodic game. It still sucks to have to sit there and not play it all the way through, and that doesn't work for a YouTuber very well. Their King's Quest remake is from
Let's see what
older
treasure you've got in your evil clutches, vile beast.
games that were kind of like point-click adventures, but the King's Quest series are Sierra games, and Sierra was a little bit different because they're point-and-click adventure style games. It was possible to die, and often you would die from crazy things. So you'd like look at the rock, and then a snake would just jump out of the rock and kill you, and you'd have to save the game all the time. Save scumming is what it's called. Really unfair gameplay. Totally designed to force you into buying hints or a strategy guide. Almost completely impossible, I'd say, to beat the game without having some kind of walkthrough in front of you. And the games are incredibly old, so like I was probably never gonna play the originals for my channel, or even I don't think I've even played any of them personally at all. But the remake fixes all of that, and that's a good thing.
Not to worry, this defeat is only temporary.
If you could get really, really good about doing a figure 8 on this table, you could do all of those battles really easily.
You haven't forgotten me, have you?
Sorry, evil, I'm back!
And the ball saved. Maybe the ball only gets eaten by the plant when the ball's been saved, so you don't get an opportunity Skip? No, we'll go Ogre Soldier. Might as well. Just keep on trying to get trophies for beating all these guys.
And how many gold pieces do you have?
Or if you got really good at hitting the smash targets.
Give up? Haha! I have not yet begun to loot. I think I deserve this.
Loot. But here's the issue. We're 35 minutes in, and this is probably game 6.
And valuable
Skill shot,
antiquity.
nice. Like, it's just so easy to lose the ball. Why can't I find one table that's just perfect?
Sorry, evil.
I know I'm only asking for everything here, but why can't I find a table that's fun to play, doesn't get boring,
Peace fit for
it's
a night.
easy? Flame cage or flame force? We'll do flame force. We'll just keep trying to keep everything on fire. Very few things are not affected by fire.
Bad country. Let's stop here.
See, I don't know what started the bat fight there. Every time I hit this watermill, it's a desperate attempt to keep the ball from just getting shot down. And I don't know why sometimes it gets shot down, and sometimes the watermill brings it
I
up
see a
where
swarm
it
of
should
skeletons sauntering slowly.
Bully Bandit again. The music starts over every time you have a fight. That's annoying.
You don't stand a chance.
I would
monster.
probably turn off the music in all reality. If I was just playing myself, I probably would just not bother to listen to any of it. I'd start my own music, start a podcast or something.
Shoot the sword ramp or the smash target to attack.
Get really good at hitting that sword ramp, and then figure 8 to the shield ramp, and then sword, shield, sword, shield. If I could just get those shots every time. That'd be nice.
Not to worry. This defeat is only temporary.
And 300,000 for a skill shot's not really worth it.
Skeletons, on guard, my bony adversaries. That's... Your blindness doesn't scare me.
Just hitting everything during this bat frenzy. Oh, that's a troll under the water wheel, isn't it? Oh. That would explain a lot. Like a troll under the bridge.
Hurry up!
Make haste!
Look, I got the ball stuck. Oh man, really? The game will not let the ball get stuck. I didn't hit anything. I was gonna just let it sit there and see how long it would allow for that. So that's the, like, the truth versus reality. In a real pinball table, you can get the ball stuck that way
Will soon be
and
mine.
leave it there. And we've played probably 48 tables now, and that's the first instance of the ball ever getting stuck. We've never really seen the ball leave the jump in the air, except for when they wanted it to jump in the air, which is also ridiculously low compared to the real world. You play pinball for an hour, if you're going fast and furious, you'll get the ball to jump up at least once. I've been going maybe 40 hours now and haven't seen it pop up in a random fashion. And see, that might be a bad thing, but it might be a good thing too. Playing virtual pinball and having the ball just under more control might be really good for an expert at pinball that wants to always get the shots that they want to make, but it's not real. It's at that point. And I think anybody who wants to be an expert at pinball is going to want to also have the ability to play real-world pinball tables. And if somebody became an expert at pinball only playing virtual pinball tables, they're going to be in for a mighty shock when they start feeling the tables in the real world act and react completely differently and in unpredictable ways. See, hold launch to skip the theater.
And how many gold pieces do you have?
So we can speed up the gameplay a little bit there. Seems like every bump you hit increases the fire damage. And see,
Too slow! Behold, the master of evasion!
Is there a timer on the fight? Or do I have to get them all the way down to 0? If I have to get them all the way down to 0, the only way that would work is if I hit the smash, and that's probably what I have been doing. Oh, 42 minutes in.
I am Max, fighting for justice, peace, and
see
valuable antique rarities.
This table started off well, but it has that subliminal thing that I don't like when you lose. It's the same with Mars. I think Mars was a table we played like that, where we're losing the ball all the time. I see a swarm of
skeletons sauntering slowly.
I wish there was a little bit easier way to start multi-ball, because we haven't locked a single ball. Or if we have locked the ball, I haven't recognized that that's what we're doing. Too many shots required to just up the center line. That center line shot is too important to the shot. We'll take Major Wolf. Maybe we should skip at some point. I don't think so.
You don't stand a chance, foul monster.
So there must be 4 places where you start fights too. Because if there's 4...
Bad luck.
Well, no, there's 4
progress for long.
in the theater play area to fight. And then there's 3, it seems like, in the forest. That's 7. We need the other 5 characters. Where do you start those fights?
Skeletons! On guard, my bony adversaries. I eat skeletons for breakfast.
It's a multi-ball somehow. I think I'd start a multi-ball by spelling swarm in the inlanes. Well, let's keep this going. Maybe we can get a decent high score. go.
That's... Your blindness doesn't scare me. Not to worry.
And then I lose the ball
This defeat
again.
is only temporary.
That launcher
Shoot the flashing
is the
lane.
bane of my existence. If they took out just that launcher, changed where it shot the ball, I would have
Elemental
twice as
scroll.
much fun,
Gotta get 'em
at
all.
least, with this table. I have never had such a badly placed element in any of the other tables. There's a general lack of like quality of where elements are placed, but I've never seen it one. You might as well have that pop-up sinkhole, that sinkhole target, shoot the ball just directly 1 centimeter away from the gutter, going straight down the center.
Bad country. Let's stop here.
Bully Bandit, I guess we'll take him.
Let's see what treasure you've got in your evil clutches, vile beast.
Health is at maximum.
Parried! Shoot the sword ramp for counterattack. Shoot the sword ramp or the smash target to attack.
Come on, sword round. Critical smash.
That's how it's
Critical
done.
smash. Man. Come on, just hit that smash target. And everything just feeds back into that sinkhole. It is a nightmare. It's like, it's almost as bad as if they put just a gutter in the center of the table. That'll be interesting to see whether the ball decides to end up going there. Like, I go down that sinkhole, where is it going to launch from? Right there.
Give
And
up?
I lose the ball.
Ah, I have not yet begun to loot. I think I deserve this.
I have to hate this table. For as much as I like it, I kind of have to hate it too.
Fighting
For one
justice,
mistake
peace,
being just
and
an
valuable
awful
antiquarities.
mistake. Just a lack of quality assurance. They wouldn't have to really change anything, just move stuff around, make sure when it shoots the ball, it either shot it into an in lane
I see a swarm
or
of skeletons sauntering slowly.
shot it in such a way that it kind of needs to go in the in lane, really. If it's going down towards the flippers, then that's too dangerous a ball return.
Sorry, evil. I'm back. Bad luck. But that won't halt my progress for long. Shoot the flashing lane.
It's like 60% of the time. When I lose a ball, 60% of the time is right after that target shoots it back at. And you can control it a little bit. On the occasions you can spin it so it goes the other way. But even when you spin it, half the time it just goes up to the bumpers and then gets shot right back down.
Back country. Let's stop
It doesn't feel like we're ever going to level up unless the level up is
Come
the
on.
princess
I wanna
reward that we've gotten a couple times.
Not to worry. This defeat is only temporary.
Missed that shot again. I'm trying really hard here. Trying really hard to get anywhere with this table and just keep the game playing and just not lose yet again. It's really frustrating to play games where you lose all the time. Let's skip, see what happens. I don't stick with games where you lose all the time. It's just not that fun. Unless it's some kind of rogue like game where you get experience or unlock things while you're dying. Unless there's a reason around to it. For instance, like I played Rogue Legacy, I played The Binding of Isaac, both rogue style games where yes, you will die, but you unlock things as long as you make a certain level of progress. On a pinball table, you're not unlocking anything usually, almost always.
That's your blindness.
And I don't feel like I'm getting that much better at this table, or could even get that much better at this table, because it is the simple response to this one shot that I would have to become an expert at. It doesn't even matter any of the other shots. It is just make sure the ball does not fall down the gutter when that shoots at me. And it shoots at me like constantly. I'm trying to hit other things all over the place, and yet I just end up back in that area. And then I lose on the outline.
I have not yet begun to loot. I think I deserve this.
So that's 52 minutes, that's good enough for me. And that's our high score. Barely 6 million. It adds to our other high scores. We still very well may get up to 2 billion. And that multiplies by our 47 other tables to increase our wizard score. It started off pretty good, Epic Quest, and I still kind of want to go check out what the license is for this, to see if it's something that I might play someday. But boy, would I never play this table again. That one element is so bad. It is making the gameplay so short and so easy to lose. I never want to touch Epic Quest again as a pinball table. So they've done a bad job with their license now, because I kind of have this hatred associated with Epic Quest 2. So even if I go check it out, I may very well just go, nah, I don't feel like it. The all-time high scores here, we have 3 billion, 2 billion, then a sharp drop to 1.6 billion, and then a steady drop to 1.2 billion as far as the high scores. I have a hard time believing they got that high. Even the high score for the local thing was only 2 million. So are you telling me people can play this table 50 times better than me? Maybe. Maybe there are people out there that are really good about not losing the balls there. It's hard to believe, but I guess it's a possibility. The fact that I'm pretty bad at this table and was losing a lot makes it more difficult for me to make that general assumption than if I was playing something like Thor that was really easy to play and really fun. And I think on Thor we got like 51 million. It's a lot easier to say, yes, I did really good on this table, therefore I know the ins and outs here. When I'm doing terrible on the table, maybe it's just me. And so who knows. Super score stays the same always. Pinball Wizard stays the same. Challenge stays the same. Pinball King stays the same. Because I don't have any friends. Yeah, 4 out of the 6 things here will always be the same on all the tables practically. until you have Steam friends that play Pinball FX, then the challenge of the Pinball King stuff might change. But the only things right now for me are what are the all-time high scores and what are the local high scores. And that's it. Let's see, let's look at the achievements. Start the Princess Multi-Ball, never got anywhere close to that, I don't believe. And defeat all 12 monsters and their fire-breathing boss. Yeah. Don't think that's ever gonna happen for me. Okay, so next time we do Marvel's Moon Knight, which there is a niche audience that loves Moon Knight, so, and he kind of sounds like an interesting character. So maybe they will do right by him. I really like Thor, so there's a good chance there. I was pretty cool with World War Hulk and Infinity Gauntlet. Of the three, I'd say World War Hulk was the worst, and then Fear itself was alright too, and then I liked Fantastic Four, and then I haven't liked any of the others. So if they continue down this line and Moon Knight's good and Ghost Rider's good and the rest are all good, we'd get about a 50-50 ratio on Marvel. After we do Moon Knight, we're going to do the Clone Wars, and there's a really great reasons why the Clone Wars should turn out to be a good table also, because people love that cartoon, and there's good reason why Boba Fett should turn out good. So then we'll do the Clone Wars, and then we'll do Ghost Rider, and then we will do Shaman, whatever, however you say it. And then we'll do X-Men, then we'll do Boba Fett, then we'll do Blade, then we'll do Tesla, and then it's just Iron Man, El Dorado, Spider-Man, V12, Wolverine, and then we finish this long series on Sorcerer's Lair. So we can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel here, but it's still probably at least 12 more tables. We're gonna have about 60 that I've purchased, and there's another 12 that could be purchased on top of that. I wouldn't be surprised if Zen Pinball FX doesn't really come out with too many more tables though. Seems like they may be done with this, and maybe for the better. Maybe if they take a little bit of a break, rethink what their ideology of and their way of making tables are, and see if they can make them a bit more fun, see if they can maybe put some more interesting things in them. That would be nice. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps out. If you want to support me further, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.